Okay, I guess we're just gonna get started. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to our first student-led workshop. My name is Pete. I am the current recruiter for the Cybersecurity Club. I'm the one that's annoyingly posting things in all the Discords. And this is going to be one of many student-led workshops. So I would like to introduce our speaker, Fernando.
Hello, guys. So my name is Fernando. I'm currently a senior at UTRGV, obviously. My major is computer engineering, but you know me, I've always had a passion for network security and hacking and doing all that good stuff. So if you like, let me see if I can go ahead and get started. Would that be okay, Pete?
Yeah, of course, go right ahead.
All right, then sounds good. Oh, hold on, I got a small error here. For some reason, sometimes VirtualBox just closes on me, but let me go ahead and just start it up. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. 1 second here. Okay. All right. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to get started with the boring stuff, which is presentation, doing like a small theory behind behind the whole what we're doing here, obtaining the WPA hashes, just so that when you end up doing them, you know what's happening, and none of us in here are script kiddies. So I figured we might as well start with that. Let me go ahead and just start the slide. Okay. All right. So obtaining WPA handshakes and cracking them by yours truly. So one of the requirements for starting this attack is, well, first of all, you need a Wi-Fi adapter. Uh, I have these two, and to be honest with you guys, these are the best. However, I know that this bottom one has given some people issues on the internet, but to me, both of these has worked. Today I'll be using this one up here, the alpha whatever NHA. And another requirement that you're going to need is obviously Hashcat, right? So Hashcat is a C-based program created by some, computer programmers, that uses hashes to, to try and crack the hash, right? Obviously. And another requirement is a GPU, graphics processing unit, right? Graphics card. So yes, the newer versions are better, but there are alternatives if you don't have one, such as online or cloud graphics cards that you can borrow for a few minutes or hours, depending on how long you need them for. Obviously, you're going to need Kali Linux. The two main commands that we're going to be dealing with today is aerodump ng and airplay ng. I know that Kali Linux also offers aircrack ng, but the reason why I'm not going to be using aircrack is because when you use aircrack ng, and you're using on a virtual machine, it hinders the performance of the computer. So it's always better. It's always better to use the actual host or the actual OS that you're running on for maximum performance. All right. And then, of course, last but not least, you need permission to attack. This is we're ethical here. Let's stay ethical. If you're gonna attack somebody's network, always ask permission, or make sure that at the very least that they know what you're doing and that you're not gonna do anything bad. All right. Okay, so really quick about WPA2 handshakes. So obviously this is a developed form from the WEP, wireless equivalent protection, right? So because developers knew about the weaknesses of WEP or WEP, changes were made. They made it a little harder to crack. So now in order to crack WPA, we must obtain handshake packets, right? So in these handshake packets, there are 4 packets transferred between the client or computer and the router when the client connects to the network. And I'll go ahead and show you guys how that looks like in a bit. So handshakes in general do not contain data that helps to recover the key. They have this thing called message integrity code. It's like built up with like a bunch of other different little things, the different information that we use to. Well, I'll show you right now. All right, so we use that information to compare. That's basically what I'm going to say. So again, that can be used to check if a key is valid or not. All right, so we need 2 things, right, to crack the WPA. It's a four-way handshake, which is what we obtain, and then a word list. We have to create the word list in order for it to run, right? So, okay, so here is the small presentation. Oh, I just forgot I did not recording. 1 second here.
It is recording. Don't worry.
Oh, it
You
is?
can continue.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so this is basically the communication between the client and the router, right? So obviously here we have 1 second here. So yeah, so here we have the communication. So the first message here, the access point sends a nonce value to the client, which is like it's like a random number, random generated number, right? That's what's going on here. And I'm just going to explain this very simple. Again, this is not a class on it. This is just so you can have an idea as to what's happening. All right, so the message here, the first one here is a random number. All right, then the client now has all the attributes to construct the what's called the PTK, which is a pairwise transient key. Then the client sends its own random number, or S nonce, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, S nonce. I've seen a bunch of different names for it, but let's call it S nonce, right? To the access point together with the MIC, the message integrity code, including authentication, right? So that's what's happening here on the second arrow. Then on the third arrow, the access point constructs and sends what's called a group terminal key, which is used to decrypt multicast and broadcast traffic, right? And the sequence number together with another message integrity code, right, or check. Then finally, on the fourth message, the acknowledgement, then it's finally the client sends a confirmation to the access point, and that's how your computer connects to the router, right? All right. So here it is. So this is not mine. I copied this from a very good teacher called Zaid Sabi. You guys should check him out online. So basically here, what's happening here is pretty much a process of what's going on when you use a word list with a captured handshake, right? So all this right here, where you see SP address, STA, AP, all that good stuff, all that is within the handshake, right? And this is called, generally what we're looking at is the message integrity code, right? So what's going to happen here is so it's going to it's going to separate this, and then use all the information right here in the box combined with the first password in the word list to generate another message integrity code. Then compare this to the one that is already in the handshake, like that. Okay. So first it's going to come up here. It's going to use the first password, and it's going to compare with this information here, and it's going to generate. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. It's going to generate a message integrity code, and it's going to compare with the one that's already here. So if they are the same, then you have found the password to the network. If not, well, then it's going to go from the first one here to the next one to QWERTY, and then so on and so forth. All right. Okay, so now we're done with the boring stuff. Let me go ahead and just close this and show you guys the cool stuff, the practical stuff. Let me just sign into the Kali Linux machine here. Okay. Whoa, what happened here? I don't know what happened here, but it's whatever. Let me just make sure that my device is connected. One second. Okay, let me go ahead and restart this because it's not supposed to look like this. All right, so that looks better. Okay, so let me check if if my device is connected. It's not. Hmm. Give me 1 second, guys. Technical difficulties here.
No worries, take your time.
All right. Okay, I think that might have worked. So when starting this attack, normally what I would recommend doing is, well, one, using this command called airmon ng. So basically what that does is that verifies that your network adapter is connected to your computer. So in this case here, mine is connected, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and start scanning, right? So that we're gonna scan using arrow dump ng, and then my interface is WLAN 0, right? Wireless LAN 0. So we're gonna put that on there. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you're gonna get those little errors, but most of the time I ignore them. So right now what it's doing is it's searching for or scanning, the networks around me, right? So since I already found mine, I'm gonna go ahead and click Control C, which quits the scanning. For some reason this happens. I have no idea why. It's usually when you're showing someone or you're gonna do a presentation that you end up getting errors. So let me go ahead and do this. Okay. So the reason why I'm opening up another window is because I'm going to be using more than one window to do the attack, and I'll show you guys why right now. All right. So right now I see that like I said, I already know which network I'm going to attack, which is mine, which is also right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it. And then with this command, I'm going to specify the SSID that I'm going to be attacking. So you're going to do that with arrow dump. Oops, there we go. Arrow dump ng, and the command is bssid. And then I'm going to attach that MAC address, right? And then after that, another double dash, you're gonna specify the channel. And then the channel that this one is on is channel 6. All right. And then since I showed you guys which interface it's on WLAN 0. I'm gonna go ahead and click enter. All right. So all of these here are the these are all the MAC address of the specified uh, network that you're looking into right now. Okay, so I'm gonna open up yet another terminal because what I'm gonna be doing is I want to keep this terminal online in order for the network adapter to know which channel it's on, right? So go ahead and just and the reason why I mean and just in like another helpful hint, using sudo too much is bad in general, is bad practice on Linux. But since I'm just doing this to teach you guys, I'm obviously going against what I'm saying, but just a small tip out there. Okay, so now that we have uh now that we have all the devices on there, I'm gonna go ahead and just stop that. And then I'm going to add, or I'm gonna want to write this, the handshake that I'm going to obtain on, on a, uh, I guess on the directory, right? Of course, I'm gonna use a root directory. This is, again, bad practice, but again, I'm just doing this to make it simpler and so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna do that by doing the dash W for right, and then I'm gonna specify a name. So I guess I'm gonna call this like that. Okay. And now it's just gonna go again, right? All right. So then over here at the on this terminal, I'm gonna go ahead and use the other command that I told you guys that I'm gonna be using, which is called replay. Replay, okay, ng. Now, there's different ways of doing this. You can use here. Let me just show you guys really quick. Oh, I don't know why I did that. You can use this command here to kind of help you, show you all the settings for this attack. Like I said, we're gonna use this command here. It's called what we're gonna do is we're gonna deauthenticate the specific device on the network, right? You can use this command deauth, or you can use -0. I tend to use -0 because I don't like typing deauth, but yeah. So let me go ahead and show you guys. So that's the command here. And then after that command, you're gonna want to give a specified amount of time to do the authentication. So if I do 10, that usually means 10 deauthentications that's going to occur, right? So for now, I'm going to start with 10 deauthentications, and then I'm going to specify the network, right? And I know that on arrow dump, the commands it was slightly different than these right here. So for this one, to identify the access point or the router, you're going to use -A, and then you're going to get the MAC address of that router, right? And then you want to specify. Well, before I say this, I want to say that you can complete this attack like this, and what's going to happen is it's going to deauthenticate all the devices on the network. So if you just want to do a full-blown DDoS attack, then this is your command right here, right? But since there's other people using this network, I'm going to go ahead and just choose a specific device here. I'm going to kick everybody out here, and I'm going to use this device here that I know what it is, and it's kind of useless. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to hard code it because I don't want to stop whatever is happening here. So let me just do that really quick. Okay. Hopefully I did it correctly. All right, so I have my amount of authentications that I'm going to be doing here. I have the access point, and I have the client. Excuse me. I'm gonna have the client. I have the client that I'm going to attack, and hopefully I didn't miss anything. Let's double check. Okay, should be fine. And then once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and hit enter. So now what it's doing, it is launching the authentication attacks to that specific client. All right. Obviously, I didn't get the WPA handshake because if it did, it would have shown right here. Oh, there it is. There it is. So now I have captured the WPA handshake for this, for this network, right? So now I can just go ahead and just stop everything. I'm gonna go ahead and look for it. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I think it's gonna be here. I've done so many of them for a while, and I just kind of lose track of everything. Let me try something else really quick. Oh, here it is. Okay. So what I'm looking for is ending in cap, right? So this is a capture file. So again, this is, everybody does it differently. Obviously, I'm doing it very sloppy because I just want to go ahead and just show you guys how to do this. But normally, whenever you save the cap file, you want to specify the directory in which you want to save. All right. So I'm just going to drag this out. Let me see if I can put it here. Is it showing? Okay, let me check if I can get out. Like, well, let me retrieve it. Stop. No, no. Hmm. Transfer here, and hopefully it'll let me grab it from there. Okay. Here it is. Okay, so I'm gonna drag it out here. Okay, so in order to transfer this from the virtual machine to your regular host, for me it's Windows, you can use different methods. You can hook your virtual machine. You can give like, I guess you could say, like a file sharing um, setting, so that if you put in a specific directory, it'll go directly um, to your host machine. I didn't do that. I don't like doing that. I don't like connecting my virtual machine to my host for security reasons. But so what I do is I go to a website called, let me open up a website here. So this is what I like to use. Obviously, if you're doing an attack like this, you're obviously going to get the WPA handshake, and then and then you're gonna drive home and try to crack it there because again, this is an offline attack, right? So I'm gonna upload this really quick. See if it takes drag and drop. No. All right, so I got the link. Oops. Okay, well, hopefully it's copied. Okay, now that I got the link and I go back to my host, let me go ahead and open the file or the website. Okay. I download the cat file. What happened here? There it goes. Save it, and I'm just gonna choose a directory to save it. I'm gonna save it on my desktop directory. Okay, so once it's there, it's right here. Okay, so once it's there, what we want to do is we want to change the cat file to what's called a I can't remember the exact thing, but it's WCC8P. So basically, it's going to convert it to a crackable hash. And what I like to use is called hashcat utils. And because one, this is an offline thing, and for me it's easier. But if you don't want to use that, there's another website on the hashcat website. You could just insert the file here, and it'll turn the handshake to a compatible hash file, right? So let me go ahead and look for the thing here. Here it is. Convert. So there you go. It extracted successfully. Now I'm going to download the HC file, the HCAT file. Save it and okay, let's call it bat hash. There you go. All right, so I should find it here. All right, this right here is what we're going to use to crack the hash, right? So from there, I'm gonna go ahead and open up a terminal command prompt, and I'm going to direct myself to hashcat. So hashcat, it doesn't have much of a user interface. It's going to be just here on the command prompt. So since I know where it is, I'm gonna go to it. And really quick before I continue, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how you can download it yourself. So you're gonna head over to the hashcat website. You can just go on Google and put hashcat, and then the first link, it'll take you to this page, right? So on this page, you're gonna go over to hashcat, and then if you want to look for the release, there's usually, unless I missed it, there is a link to take you to where it's stored, so you can go ahead and download it. No, it's not that. Okay, here it is. Yeah, so this is a link, and over you just click on download, and once you download it, you're gonna want to save that folder that they gave you, that file, and like I have mine right here on desktop. It's gonna come up like that, and you just post it wherever you want. Obviously, I have mine on my desktop, and just because it's easier for me. But everybody's different, so wherever you like it. So anyway, so once I have that, once I got this open, what I want to do is type in hashcat and then help. This ensures the hashcat is running. There's something wrong here. Oops, this is Windows, not okay. I forgot one one command. Okay, there we go. Now we type in hashcat and help. This ensures the hashcat is running. So now it's starting. Okay, so here we have a buttload of, gibberish, right? A buttload of information. So a lot of these are different kinds of hashes. Obviously, the most famous ones, MD5, SHA, you got all the good stuff here. And then here on the left side is the number that you're going to be using to identify the hash the hashcat is going to be using to crack, right? So for this instance, this one is a WPA. Where is it? Where is it? I just saw it right now. I hope you can hear this. Right here. This is what I'm going to be using. WPA EPO. I forgot what that stands for. Uh, but yeah, this is the command we are going to be using. Or not the command, but this is the number here that we're going to be using. Okay. So at the bottom here, we're going to type in hashcat. Oh, and also hashcat gives you a really nice, examples here that you're going to be using. So for today, we're going to be using word list. But I can also show you how brute forcing works. I mean, personally, I like to use brute force if it's like the last resort. I mean, if you use all the word lists you can find online, even the ones that you created, and it doesn't work, sometimes brute force can work. I mean, especially if it's just like random letters. That's why I think brute force works in that aspect. But not many people are going to be using random letters for passwords, right? So what I'm going to do here is this is going to be hashcat, and I'm going to specify the attack, right? A attack, and then mode 0, and 0 is straight attack, which is word list, right? And then we're going to specify the mode. And in this case, for the WPA, it's going to be mode 2500, right? So then for this part here, what we're going to do is we're going to drag and drop this right here. This is the hash that we're going to be cracking, right? And then, oh, and then we're going to need a dictionary. All right. So, I mean, obviously, I already know my password for the Wi-Fi, but there are several tools that you can use, such as like Crumble Crunch, and then mine Crumble, which I'll show you guys really quick. So let me just show you really quick what it is, and if you like, you can use the one on Kali Linux, which is Crunch. But this tool, I created this because even though Crunch is really fast and useful as well, it uses commands. It uses commands, and to me, memorizing commands is like the worst thing ever because I don't have a good memory. So this is why I created uh, this tool here to help people just create, word lists, uh, you know, from scratch, made it easier, no commands, having to memorize. And I wrote it in C++, so it's, since it's heavy on the file handling, so C++ helps on, with the aspect of speed. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys really quick how to use it. And then we're gonna go ahead and just continue with this really quick. So I have my here. So this right here, this is the program, all right? And to create a word list really quick, you can create a word list from scratch. You can merge another, two word lists. So let's say you have one that has numbers and then another one with names, right? So you can put those two together and you'll get like Tom 1995, right? 1994. Because some people like to put names with, birth years. So, or you can also do three word lists. Some people like to put different names, maybe even like their full name as a I don't know, as a password. You never know, right? So this is just an example, right? So uh, we're going to create a name for this file, and we'll call it test word list. There you go. And then we're going to put in words. Let's say there's a guy named John Doe. You know that he was born in 1995. He likes cats. He likes to ride boats. He likes to eat spaghetti, right? This is all information that you as an ethical hacker are going to be using. And let's say he was born in the month of December, right? Then you click that and it creates a file for you, okay? So where did I keep this? Okay, it's right here. So once you get that, you go ahead and, come to and there it is. This is the little document that you made, and you can use this as a word list. And then if you want to merge it with the other one, let me show you that really quick. You're gonna go ahead and put that up here real quick. Okay, you're gonna go ahead and just, oh wait, we're gonna put a name, sorry. Oops, I messed it up. Hold on. Kind of redundant how I mess up my own command, my own program. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put this file on here, drag and drop. And let's say we just want to use the same one just for, All right, and I'm gonna put a name, let's call it test, plenty of T's. Okay, and here it is. So what it did is it created a word list by merging two word lists together. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this right here seems like it might be a password to me. Or I don't know, maybe December, there you go, another password right there. These are very common for people to be using easy passwords because they don't worry about, their password security. Well, anyway, let's exit here and let's continue with the crack here. So again, I already know my password, but I'm going to be using this word list that I got online. Let me see where it is. Is it here or no? Oh. Yes, it's the rock you txt that I have on there. However, I kind of messed it up, so right now there's nothing on there. But I'm gonna go ahead and I guess re-download it. Where did I put? There you go. So this is a really actually I'm gonna give you guys a little secret here. So this document here, where Spectrum actually uses these words to create their passwords. So for example, Spectrum will use address, let's say address community, like all these words here is what Spectrum uses to make their passwords. And it's usually two words together. So that's what I did on one of mine. And after compiling it, it takes up like maybe like 5 terabytes of information of different passwords. So what I did was I stripped the words that have like 2 letters or like 1 letter here in order to make it a little more efficient, right? But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna be using this because this is where I put the my password for this what do you call it, for this demonstration. Let me find it really quick. Okay, so okay. All right, so I'm gonna drag and drop right here, and I'm gonna hit run. See if it works. Well, it should work. So now it's running. Oh, what happened? No hash is loaded. What? Hold on. Oh man, technical difficulties. Here, let me see if it actually did load a hash. Sometimes it doesn't. Uh, Okay, so I'm gonna use the tool that I use. I should have used that just to verify, but since I wanted to, make it easy for you guys to to convert it from a cap file to the HC cap. I mean, I did it the other way, but let me go ahead and use this real quick. Utils. Oh, this is not Linux. Okay. Let me see, where is it? It's gonna be, yeah, this is what we're gonna use, cap to HC cap X or whatever it's called. So okay, and since I kind of forgot how to use this, I mean, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm gonna click, I'm gonna use that command, the dash with the, sorry, the, yeah, / with the question mark, and here it tells you how to use it. So I'm gonna use this right here, and then I'm going to add in the cap file. Okay, and then we're gonna call it a different name. Call it this. For this, you have to specify the file type, otherwise it won't read it. Okay, now see this one, for some reason, the website didn't do it, but this did. This is what we want right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and open Hashcat utils. Then there it is right here. Boom. That's what we need, I think. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the Hashcat. And now let's try to change this up really quick. All right, hopefully it goes down. All right, so I guess it did. I honestly, I think I forgot my password at this point. It's been a long time since I've used it. So, I mean, this will be fun. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and just mess with it. All right. Honestly, I did forget. I'm not lying to you guys. I did forget. So let's go ahead and see if we can attempt to crack it. Okay. So I mean, I'm gonna have to show you guys my Wi-Fi password. That's fine. Where is it? Where is it? I'm not put it here. No. There we go. Okay, so this is my password here. Well, I think it is. Should be at least. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it was an old password. I don't know what happened to it. But let's go ahead and see if we can attempt to crack it. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to combine these words and the words here, the word, the key here, and then see if I can mess with it. First, I don't know why I didn't find it, but okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. Help. All right, let's look at the instructions really quick. Okay. So I'm gonna have to change things up a little bit, and if it gets a little like I guess like a little confusing, you can ask me questions and say, hey, what are you doing? What does this command mean? But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can do a brute force with whatever I have here. Okay, so I'm gonna type in, well, first of all, I need to type in the command. And for this instance, since we're gonna be using a brute force, that's gonna be attack mode 3. Okay. And then I'm gonna type in the words that I have here. All right, and let's just say maybe I messed up on the number, right? So we're gonna do question mark. What is the question mark D for digits, right? So now it's gonna be running. Bro, what's going? Oh, I used the wrong one. That's why. There we go. Yeah, when trying, sometimes when attempting to crack, you're always going to be running through, these little things. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, over a year, and I still have to go back and look at the instructions. Anyway. Okay. Oh, let's not do that. We're doing this. Okay, see if it runs. Exhausted. What's going on? Okay, we'll see. As you can see here, it's testing out every single combination. This is like a range sort of. So it's going from 12 to 57, right? Maybe this is lowercase. Huh. What in the world is going on here? Cannot believe I cannot crack my own password. Okay. Let's see. What can I try? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to guess maybe like the last four words. So we're going to do not words, letters. There you go. Hopefully it doesn't take long. Okay, 1:38 minutes. That's going to be too long. Anyway, well, let me see. Yeah, so basically what's happening here is, so it's giving me an estimate amount of time. So to complete this attack is going to be maybe like, I don't know, it's gonna be like 1:37 minutes, right? But usually if it does find it, and normally it does, it's going to, it'll just stop it maybe at the 1 minute mark, see if, if it was able to find it or they're able to crack it, right? But that is so weird how it didn't find my own password. That is so weird. Here, hold on. Oh, and the reason why I moved this over here is because I'm gonna look at the pot file, and it has other passwords here. So well, that's fine. I mean, you don't even know where it's from. So yeah, these are all the passwords that I've cracked right here. So, and this one right here is a BitLocker one. So maybe another time I can show you guys how to crack BitLocker. But yeah, so look, check it out. Gentlemen's Den, free Wi-Fi, Gentlemen's Den at the mall if you'd like. Let's see, maybe I didn't put it here. It's so weird. Oh, let me show you guys another set of passwords that I've what do you call it, that I've been able to get really quick. Let me see. Sorry, hold on a second. All right, let's try. I guess I didn't crack it. Let's try this one right here. That's so weird. I didn't crack it. Well, anyways, sorry guys. I guess we didn't get to crack my own password. But yeah, so basically, once you've cracked it, then it'll you know what? Let's just do this let's just do this real quick. If you want to practice on using what do you call it? Hashcat, you can just go here, just put MD5 generator. Okay, and you can just make your own hash generator right here. Okay, so let's say you can just put password, right? Password, and it'll generate this the MD5 hash, and then from there you can just create like your own. You can use like a text document here, and just put in like the thing here. Let me see, MD5. We can put this here. Okay, and then we're going to be using this text. Let me see. All right. So for okay, so we're gonna put the hash here. Oops. Zero. And then since this one is an MD5, what is the MD5 is zero, right? The mode or the hash type. So we're gonna do mode zero, put in the hash. Okay, I would put that. And let's try here. Okay. And then put in the word list. And then you hit run. Huh, that is so weird. I don't know why the password's there. It's not showing, but okay. Well, anyways, I don't know what's going on with Hashcat today, but yeah. So basically, once you find the password, then uh, then you here it's gonna say something like crack, and it's gonna show you the the password on the side, and oh yeah, password on the side, and it'll give you the like a what do they call it? Like a string just of random gibberish. But yeah, so that concludes this presentation. Do any of you guys have any questions or anything?
You had mentioned a name for also YouTube tutorials that you would see. What was that name again?
Yeah, so let me show you guys really quick. So uh, oh, so really quick, I forgot to mention to you guys before. I'll get back to you on that. Let me show you guys. So if you guys want to go ahead and like, crack, maybe you got like a hash somewhere and uh, you know, and you don't have like I guess like a fast GPU, you guys can go to this website here called Linode, and I really love this website, especially like when I don't want to use my GPU for a long time. I mean, it's mine, right? I'd rather just use somebody else's. It's faster and everything. But you can go here and let me see if I can log in really quick to show you guys more or less. Uh, shoot. I forgot my thing. But anyway, yeah, so you just can create one and create an account, and then it'll give you the options of selecting a you can rent a GPU for minutes, hours, or however long your your word list is. If you have a word list that's like you know over like 100 MB, then it's beneficial for you guys to use this unless you have like a really fast graphics card. Now, to get back to your question, this guy, his name is Zaid Sabi, but usually you can go to Z Security. That's his company, Z Security. I think it's .com.org. Because I know there's two of them, but this is one of his websites here. Okay, and he has penetration testing, courses and everything. Usually on Udemy. So let me see if I can log onto Udemy really quick. Let me see. Yeah, so this is one that I started a long time ago. But yeah, so here it is, cracking this. See, this is like the content I was using. So yeah, Zasabi, and he has like a buttload of you know everything here. He really breaks down everything for you guys. All this right here, and then there's also an advanced course which goes pretty much. It's pretty much some of the stuff on here is the same. But he also goes into like more advanced topics like online hacking using like Burp Suite and everything, all that good stuff. But yeah. Anybody have any other questions?
I didn't get to write down your Wi-Fi password. What was it again?
That's funny.
Okay, well,
Apart from
sorry,
the
go ahead.
Hashcat, what was the other thing that you're using? The Kali what?
Oh, so the virtual machine called Kali Linux.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in order to get this, you either need virtual machine or VirtualBox. I use VirtualBox. I personally, I mean, I've used virtual machine, I've used VirtualBox before. Personally, I like VirtualBox simply because it's free, one, and two, I think doing the installations are it's pretty simple to the point, and yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions? None?
Quick question. Did you already like show off all the other programs you've made? I think that that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I can show you the rest of the programs really quick. Let me go ahead and share the screen again.